Pets can enrich people's lives. Often they have a personality of their own. Some can even give you a ride. Horses, for example. Along with the companionship a horse brings to an owner are the costs to care for them. Unfortunately, in Clark County, this extra expense at times has led to neglect and abuse from their owner.
Clark County is fortunate that they have a large horse population. People love their horses. They're magnificent beasts, intelligent, fun, can do some work around the house for you if you've got them trained right. Lots of trails and whatnot, so people enjoy their horses here in Clark County. With that said, though, with the high population, somewhere between 28 and 35,000, there are some issues that arise that we are becoming more and more aware of due to neglect.
The Executive Horse Council began the nonprofit foster care and adoption program to provide safe haven and new homes for horses that come into the county's custody due to neglect or abuse. Recently, a colt was born to a mare seized in one of the worst local abuse cases in Clark County.
On this particular case, I went out to the residence, and what I did see was fairly extreme. It involved 6 horses. I had to pull together a team, a horse team, because we do not have our own trailer. We had to have horse handlers, a veterinarian, a deputy on scene, and respond to that call within 24 hours.
The colt has been adopted and is now living in foster care.
With rescue horses, there's a couple of options. One is to adopt them, and that's like buying them, but you eventually own them, but you adopt them. But I don't do that. I foster horses because I like babies, and my husband likes babies, and this allows us a chance to help the horse rescue organization, help the county, and help these horses. And we take our time and our energy and our expertise with raising babies, and we take care of the mother, we birth the baby, we raise it, and we train both of them in natural horsemanship techniques so that they're very gentle, easily handled horses by the time they're adopted by someone else.
A neglected horse can take months to rehabilitate. If owners are having difficulty taking care of their horse, they should contact animal control.
Oftentimes our first step is to contact the owner. We try to get the owner's compliance in most cases first. We can issue what's called an abatement order for vet care. We can provide vouchers through the Ripley's Horse Aid Foundation that could provide a service of farrier care, grain, hay, dentistry if necessary. We also provide a book about horse care. It's fairly detailed and has a lot of good information. Resources including on-site visits by volunteers for the Executive Horse Council and Ripley's Horse Aid Foundation. We generally provide equine services directory and give the horse owner all the information that they need to attain the services themselves, and we follow up with them.
Animal Control and the Executive Horse Council remind residents they can provide community support and resources to help offset the cost of caring for horses rescued from neglect or abuse. Each horse requires food, veterinary care, shoes, and training.
If anyone in the public can come forward with resources, be they funding would be the number one thing, or they have a spare stable, or they know a vet that might be willing to offer some services, or they themselves are a farrier that was willing to come forward once a month and help us out with issues. Horses are expensive, and when they're in these foster care programs, there's costs that need to be covered. So volunteering your time, your treasure, or anything that you have to offer as far as services are concerned, give us a call. We'd like to hear from you.
To become a foster family or make a donation, call 360-397-2488. In addition, Clark County reminds pet owners to keep their pet licenses up to date. It is generally easier to find a pet if their license is current. For their humane efforts in rescuing horses in poor condition and steering them in the direction of achieving rehabilitation and adoption, Clark County Animal Protection and Control and the Executive Horse Council are this month's Our Personal Best.